Then if we want to come over here is a squash plant that's not looking super hot. From the outside it looks great, but if you look down in here it looks like I'm starting to get like vine borers or fungus or something. So that's super fun. I might tear that out just because I don't want it messing with everything else that I've got going on. Here I've got some cucumbers putting off some babies. Let's see if we can focus on that. And this, I believe is, I don't remember what kind of cucumber this is. I'm gonna have to look that up. But one of these is like a long slicer cucumber, and I believe these are the pickling cucumbers, if I am correct. And if you look at this thing, it did suffer some wilt and stuff like that while I was gone. It was a little bit neglected, but luckily saved. And I've got tons and tons of cucumbers on here, these little babies. But I mean, this thing, if you look in here, it's just packed with blooms. I mean, just all the way up. It's crazy. So this will be producing really nicely fairly soon. Everybody knows that cucumbers, they just go and go and go and don't stop. So let's do a little like backup view. These I started from seed and planted these starts from seed at the same time that I planted these nursery starts. And for some reason, this variety has just taken off. It looks fantastic. These are the blueberry plants. They're looking okay. No blueberries this year, but that's all right. And then if you come here, you see the dog who is eating grass and the havoc that has been wrecked on my tomatoes from the storm that we had last night. So let's go in and see what's happening here and see if we can fix what's going on. This right here is my big beef tomato. This is the first one that I'm getting off this plant. These are all from starts that I planted a little bit late. But he's starting to blush up, so he should be good in a few days. And if you can see right here, I've got some more fruit set, which is super exciting. But this tomato plant, which I have poorly braced and I need to come back in with some better stakes. This is an indeterminate variety and is actually at full height taller than me. Then I've got my purple Cherokee right here. Not sure if this has started to put off any blooms yet. It looks like it had some blooms that maybe we got a little bit of heat damage or something and it dropped them. And then this is in the back right here, an orange oxheart, and this thing is as tall as I am, and I'm 5'11". So it's huge, putting off some blooms finally. This has been a really, really slow one to flower, and I'm not sure why. And then if we come over here, my poor guy tipped over, not looking so great. This is a black prince, which is finally putting off blooms. Zoom in on these a little bit. These look great. And then I've got some more right here that I believe are gonna set fruit, which is fantastic, but we need to get these braced better because they're just gonna keep falling over. This right here is a Mr. Stripey. I don't see any blooms. Oh, wait, just kidding. First flowers, yay. And then right here, I've got an old German. This guy's starting to go sideways, and so I've kind of jerry-rigged a brace on him as well. And then if you come right here, this is my experimental tomato pepper combination pot. There are 3 varieties of tomatoes in here. Zoom out. All of which I've started from seed. There's a rainbow cherry mix variety, a black forsage, and a red cherry. And these are starting to put off blooms, which is awesome. And I actually had my first pepper from this, but because I wasn't home, it didn't get picked and actually fell into the soil and rotted, which was really, really sad. So now we're just gonna wait, and hopefully we'll get some more peppers. These I do not remember. It's like a chalabis pepper. I've tried to look it up. I have no idea what they're going to turn out like or taste like. It's kind of like a mystery thing that I got at a plant sale. And but they do have plenty of flowers and stuff like that on them, and they have put on some new growth. So far, I thought that this was going to be really crowded, and the undergrowth of my peppers are suffering slightly, but the tomatoes look fantastic and fungus free. The chard looks sad. A big puppy. But if you come over here and look at my lemon drop peppers, these look fantastic. And we've got some more. Ooh, let me see if I can focus in here. So this plant has stayed small but is producing. So I've got 1, 2, 3, at least 4 peppers on here and some more little ones starting. And then these 2 are my ginormous pepper boys. These guys are huge, very tall, and they just finished putting off a ton of flowers, and they're starting to put off even more. You zoom in right there and see. And so hopefully we will be getting lots and lots of peppers off of this plant very, very soon. Strawberries are doing all right. I'm still getting a couple strawberries every now and then, but as it heats up, those will stop producing. I've got the loquat tree and the grapefruit, which is putting on new growth, which is fantastic. Come over here, my herbs have been a little bit neglected. As you can see, the pine needles are kind of crazy. Something exciting, my black olive plant, which I got on a whim just out of curiosity. No idea how to grow these. If you have any tips, please let me know. But let's see if we can get it to focus. I have 2 black olives on this plant and I am super duper excited. My Tyrinia flowers are looking fantastic. This is their 2nd or 3rd bloom cycle. Got some basil that I started from seed. Got 1 more patio tomato right here, which he was just tipping over because of the storm last night, so I just stuck a stick in there, but I will brace him properly. And he has set his first fruit. And then if you come over here, we've got the blueberry bush that actually did fruit this year, and I've got quite a lot of berries on there. And then if you come and look, I started on a whim some marigolds from seed, and check out that flower. This flower's probably 5 days to a week old, so it's not the freshest looking bloom, but can you see how pretty and fluted that is? I love it. This is my fig tree, angel leaf begonia, my mint is trailing everywhere. And then, just really quick, I uploaded that video a little while ago called Monster Squash, and if y'all thought that that squash was big, you need to check out this one because this is absolutely insane. I was gone for, I believe, 12 days, so not that long, but for a squash plant, that is very, very long. Like, I'm trying to see, like, I have pretty big hands. Like I said, I'm 5'11". This thing has got to weigh like pounds. It is absolutely massive. And then there's like a regular sized one starting there. These things are a little bit beat up from the rain last night, but I'm sure they'll recover. If we look right here, zoom in a little bit, we got a good yellow one. He's ready to harvest today. I'll pick him as soon as I'm done filming this. And then if you come around to my Costa Romanesca squash, oh my goodness, look at this behemoth. This thing is huge. I asked my boyfriend who was watching my garden if there are any squash that were ready to harvest, and he said no. Clearly he missed some. So if you thought that that monster squash in that video was big, then these things are just gonna be absolutely huge. But that's it for the garden tour right now. I'm gonna pick the squash. I'm gonna try to do a video of how I cook the squash and everything like that, share a recipe or two, so look forward to that coming up. But that's the garden for right now.